Alright guys, let's see how Git Interactive Rebase can help us in our workflow. So here we are in the source control tab in Visual Studio Code. And if we expand here at the bottom the graph, we can see all the history of the commits of our project, as well as which of them are only on our side and which are also distributed remotely. So those with the purple, where we see origin main, are in GitHub. The last two commits in blue are just locally saved in our main branch. So if we type git status, we'll see that your branch is ahead of origin main by 2 commits. Before using Git Rebase, I'll set up Visual Studio Code as a default Git editor. With git config global, we'll specify core editor as Visual Studio Code, right? And afterwards, we'll try to return several commits before our head where it's pointing to. For example, our head right now is pointing to the zoneless bug fix commit. This is our latest commit, and we would like to return several commits backwards in order to edit them. So I'll use the following command, git rebase -i for interactive, and then I'll go backwards 6 commits from the current head position. So when I click on this, we have options on what to do with those commits. Let's say that we would like to reward the commit. And here is explanation. The reward, for example, if I write here reward, I can change the message of the commit. Let's say new touch upgraded. This will change the message of the commit. And keep in mind that Git Rebase also changes the commit IDs, or those hashes here. So it's good to perform the changes only when we are the owner of the branch and the information is not pushed. So we can do all kinds of tricks before pushing everything into the repository for others to see. And when we are satisfied with the commits, we are pushing everything to the remote. And let's say that we would like to change the name of zoneless bug fix. So we'll write here reward, and it will be Angular zoneless bug fix. So I'm writing this, I'm saving the file, and I need to close the file afterwards. So we see now for the commit the message that we need to apply. We'll click on commit and we save. And now we see that here we have Angular zoneless bug fix. So we managed to rename a commit message. All right, let's continue the same way with the rest of the commits. So for example, we have here 2 readmes, and we can choose to merge them into one. And for this, we'll use the fixup option. So I'll just type fixup here, and the bottom one also fixup. I'll save again, and I'll exit the file. And now what we see here in this graph is interesting. Basically, the 2 commits that they were update readme and update readme that we marked as fixup, they disappeared, and actually their information is contained inside of the remove enjoy from readme commit. You can see this in the blue line here, because this is in our local repository, and the purple one is displaying the files that are in origin main or in the remote repository. So those 2 are just merged into the next one. Okay, there is one more thing. Since now we don't have 6 commits to go back, but 5, we can use this command git rebase -i root. This will give us information to go back to the first commit without the need to calculate offsets from the current head position. Okay, so we have those commits right now, and let's say that we would like to drop or remove this command at all. So I'll just write here drop, and because we don't have anything useful here, just little information. So that's how I can trim this commit from the history. Okay, and on top of this, let's say that we would like to edit the information or the changes that have occurred into this commit. So I'll type here edit. And if I save the file and close it, right now we see that we have some conflicts that we need to resolve. And we have information that first we need to resolve the conflicts and then to add the conflicting files and continue our rebase. So let's check what's the problem. We click on the README file and we see that in one of the versions we have some text and in the other is another type of text. Let's just accept the current version and save the file. When it's saved, the only thing to do is just to add or stage the changes. And now we are ready with those changes to continue. Now let's see how we can edit certain commits. So we are not sure in what we wrote and we would like to change the information in the files inside of a certain commit. So those are our commits and we would like, for example, to edit the last one. So I'll write edit here, I'll save and we'll close the file. Afterwards, we see that we are pointed to the changed files in this commit. And let's say here in the last line of this update technology component, we have one more row that we would like to delete. So I'll open up the file and we see this line here. I'm just deleting it. So it has 86 lines and I'm saving the file. When I click on refresh, automatically we should be able to see that there are changes. So we see that we have deleted one line here and I'll stage those changes and I'll click on continue. This means that I'll be modifying what has happened inside of this commit. If I go now and check again this TypeScript file, if I go at the end of it, we'll see that the line is missing. So we have successfully modified this commit. And let's say that we have made something not pleasant. Let's see how we can restore it. All right, we typed git ref log and we will see line by line what has happened as a commits and where our head has moved. It gives us a verbose log of what is happening in our repository. So we see that we have started here our latest rebase and we have finished here. So our head points to the main branch. And if we would like, we can undo all those commits here. So between the start and here, the finish section. In order to do this, we just need to point the head or to reset the repository to the previous commit before them. And this is exactly here, head at position 7. So I can cancel this command here with Q and then I can type git reset hard and it will be head at position 7. And now if we go to the last commit and check whether we have this additional row at the end as it was, we see that we have it. So we have successfully restored our previous interactive rebase command. If you are feeling stuck at one point during the rebase and you would like to stop the process, you can always type git rebase -- abort. All right, guys, I hope this information will help you to clean up your repository. So if you like it, you can subscribe to the channel.